Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mentions with me, Marianne. Welcome to your January readings. I'm really excited. I'm Happy New Year, first and foremost. I did 2 uploads yesterday, New Year's Eve, and I'm going to do my very best to try to get all of the sign readings out by Sunday, I'm hoping, at this rate. I did have a delay, and trust me, I'm doing everything in my power to create more hours in the day and to go along and roll with the punches, as it were. But today's reading is for Gemini. So I, first and foremost, would like to say that as I do a meditation prior to my readings, and a lot of us do as readers, I'm a intuitive psychic, and I would say more than before, a channeler who absolutely loves and adores doing tarot readings and all sorts of different metaphysical aspects of life. I'm very, very tuned into that. I absolutely live it day to day, like most of us do, but I'm incorporating that as more of a predominance in my life. So I just want to share that with you and let you know that when it came to the color of gloves today, which I tend to put on, and prior to checking the chakra check, which I check first and foremost before every reading, and the crystals that correlate, it was shocking pink for you, Gemini. It came out so vividly. Pink is a heart-centered thing, as well as green. And also, I feel like it kind of blends with that second chakra, the sacral chakra. Probably more of an orangey, but it has some pink. It's just the vibrance of it. And not to mention that you, as an air sign, and a Mercury ruled air sign at that, you have such vitality, and you're very cerebral and intelligent, and you love to communicate, and you love to share information. You're great teaching things. People listen. You want to share because you want people to learn and grow and expand like you are. And speaking of which, we've had Jupiter, the benevolent planet of expansion and love and beauty and magic, and it only comes in our sign every 12 years, since last June, and it has been retrograde, and it still remains retrograde till February. I'm so sorry right now, the actual date is escaping me, but just know it's right around the corner. And so I feel the momentum in tuning into your energy, and as a fellow air sign myself, we all kind of get the benefits of that, probably more than the other elements, but everybody benefits in different ways, of course, different houses that it may fall in a personal chart. And so, yeah, just prepare for even more expansion and great things coming up for you, Gemini, as you are so well deserving. And that'll be through June. So good 6 months. Okay, built up, just put out those intentions and what you want. That's what New Year's are about. Every day is a new day, and that could be said, and it's true. I just feel like with this idea of a clean slate and new start, and the fact that it is now 2025, which brings a resonance numerology-wise to a 9-year, when we just finished an 8. There's a lot of particulars, but I'm going to be reading changing the actual format of the layout, which I do every month. Every Monday, I still do the collective readings, and will continue to, and I like to do the Celtic Cross. If you want to come and join me with that, that's always nice. It's for all signs. It's, general all sign collective readings. But for you, it's going to be a 6-card layout, 3 cards from past, present, future, and then confirmation or clarification cards with it, and then finishing with an oracle message for you, okay? But remember, and I always start with the chakra check, which is super important. They are the energy centers that vitalize us and give us all sorts of important energy in the different areas of our bodies. And sometimes they feel a little blocked. Sometimes they're in great shape, and you're feeling so incredibly balanced and energized in all the right ways. So it doesn't have to be that you're blocked necessarily, but Spirit likes to pick the specific one. So I put it under the table. The last 2 readings for Aries and Taurus had the same chakra, and there's no accidents. I mean, it could turn out that way for every single sign. It would be unusual, but I go with the flow. And so for you, beautiful Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and I would definitely say Mercury, because that is your communication. That is your ruling planet, so it's very important for you. Oh, we have, what did I say? The sacral chakra. How funny. Well, this is quite orange. And then the root is the red and the real vibrance. But this is the second chakra, which has so much to do with your sensuality, your sexuality, your creative juices flowing, and just really feeling excited about new avenues, new ways to express your creativity. And that there's such a variety of how you can go about doing that. So that's beautiful, a nice synchronicity there. But yeah, no, excuse me for saying a lot as well, as I hear myself saying that. That is great. So what I'm going to do is read to you the main focus that you can do every day. If you wanted to go and do a quick chakra check, I do it every morning, asking to please open them up and let them receive great energy to keep us at our best selves. Okay, so then we have the words behind the second chakra that'll help you as a mantra. It's number 2. 2 is obviously the number of partnership and coupling and, working with other people. So it's effervescent creativity sparkles from my being. My life's path is clear and founded in love, respect, and adventure. And that's what can really be brought to the forefront when you focus on that specific sacral chakra. So I like that very much for you. And so you've broken the pattern of actually it was the crown chakra both times, or the third eye, I apologize, the third eye. We all have that ability right there for that incredible psychic, intuitive, and all sorts of beautiful gifts that we're given. And, some utilize them more and put more emphasis on that. Sometimes it comes in and out and you're like, oh, that's interesting. But either way, this is the correlating crystal that goes with the sacral chakra. And it is the words that you would speak with this, and the beauty of these crystals, because crystals are amazing and they help in so many ways energetically. This particular one says creativity, once again, pleasure, and joy. And you can put that anywhere you want to think about, because I mentioned it is a central chakra as well. Carnelian is the actual crystal, and the words with that and how it demonstrates and speaks of its potency and its ability. I share my gifts with the world with both ease and grace. I have the power to create change. Every moment of your life you do. And that's what I feel an excitement about, that I have definite changes which happen throughout our lives. I'm putting them into practice with great intention, so I invite you to do the same. I do want to mention also, I feel that's important for every reading, are the main astrological aspects happening for us all as a collective, and certainly for you as an individual and a Gemini. And that is that we just had the second new moon, which is unusual, and it happened in Capricorn, which is the sun season we're in right now, on the 30th. So just prior, and 31st in some places, depending on where you're located. So that's just before this new year. That's all about putting forth your written intentions, your spiritual, your physical, any kind of intention you want, and planting the seeds and watching it grow, because Capricorn is all about success, definite, determination, dedication, one foot in front of the other, very, very grounded, very solid in your beliefs and structures moving forward. And so then we have the full moon happening on the 13th of January, which will be in Cancer. And that's all about our emotions. It's definitely about nurturing the things that we love, the family, feeling that closeness. Mars has been retrograde for some time in Leo, and it will remain retrograde, I believe, till the 6th of January. Then it goes back retrograde into Cancer again. So the retrograde of Mars, the full moon. Full moons shine a light in circumstances, and it can be very emotional, and it doesn't have to be bad emotion, of course. It can be just you're feeling so much love you want to burst kind of thing. And there's maybe a leveling up of a relationship where, you know, you want to take it to the next level and this sort of thing. Or the exact opposite, of course, is always a percentage of you where it's, you know, that it's not the best thing, it's not fulfilling you, and you need to let it go. And even if it feels bad at the moment, it's always for your best interest and highest good. So now I'm at the reading. So I'm going to be using this beautiful new deck I got as a gift a couple months ago. I absolutely love it, and it's fun. And it's actually called the Small Spells Tarot. Cute little box, beautiful illustrations, very colorful. So we're gonna I'm gonna shuffle it a couple more times. You know, when you get a new deck, I had shuffled it and they do tend, whoa, it's slippery too. They're very, but you know what I love so much? For those who know me well, it has a purple woman on the outside. I mean, a woman with purple hair. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now I know that was probably intentional because the people that gifted me with this, they know my purpleness. They know how much I love purple. It surrounds me. It is my strength. And by the way, I apologize. I always put on the gift that came with the cards and that coincide with my chakra cards and color cards, and the fact that color is such an important part of our lives and the energy that really ignites many different feelings depending on the color, is my necklace that I will be putting the actual Carmelian in, because this gift comes with the 7 chakras, not the 8th, though there are 8 chakras, the 8th being the one that connects us all. You know, we are all in this together, as it were, but here it is. Here's that beautiful carnelian, okay? That powerful 2nd chakra energy. So when I wear the crystal, it really, I believe, helps to infuse for that particular chakra, but just overall the reading. And so let me put that in here to the best of my ability. Had a little hard time yesterday for some reason. Slip it right in there. This is such a cool gift. Came with 2 of these necklaces. The other one's brown, and this, of course, is black. Just depends on your fashion statements and whatever. And so I'll put this on, and we'll get right on with the reading. Now, the readings are going to be a little shorter because I'm a bit behind. I had said about 15 minutes. Well, that turned into about 27 so far per reading. I am a communicator for sure. That's what it's about on this channel. I hope that you will communicate with me and let me know what you're liking, what you're not, and if you do like it, that you will absolutely push that like button. It takes a moment. There's no cost involved, but it's a generous, heartfelt thing to do, and I appreciate it to grow this channel, okay? Sharing, of course, definitely subscribing is really important when you want to get somewhere on this channel. So I'll be patient, and I'm perfectly okay. I'm going to be bringing you these free readings regardless. And I am interested in doing private readings. So if you want to know more, there is a link below. And you can actually make an appointment on my website that is regarding my massage therapy, because I do readings. I can do them online for people not in the area, but I can certainly do them in person and have been doing them for some time now. So, all right. So this is going to be past, present, and future. The first one, of course, being the recent past leading into this reading for you. And for you beautiful Geminis, you have the Hierophant. Oh, I love this. I really love the Hierophant. I've noticed it coming out quite a bit in readings in the latter part of last year. That was a long time ago. This is our spirit guidance. This is teaching. And I mentioned that earlier. You know, there's a real strong pull to want to share and teach. If you're not already teaching, maybe going into an entirely different avenue, starting a channel on YouTube, who knows? But the Hierophant, you notice there are these keys that unlock the mysteries, if you will. I mean, it's a very, I would say, spiritual card. It could be a special mentor in your life, someone that you go to see, maybe getting tarot readings. Tarot, I say either way is okay to pronounce. And yeah, I love that that comes up as something that's already been a part of your life, and you're recognizing, trust me when I tell you, Gemini, with the new eclipses coming up and the changing of the north and south nodes, which is what the eclipses are based on, it's going to be North Node in Pisces. And actually tomorrow, which will be the 2nd of January, is going to be when Venus goes into Pisces. So there's a lot of beautiful, I mean, Pisces is the most spiritual sign in the zodiac. In the 12th house is where Pisces usually does reside as far as the houses go, the whole sign houses. So honestly, just feeling that energy, being in tune with it, and going with it, and utilizing your incredible gifts, your talents, once again, your interest in maybe delving further into spirituality or metaphysics is very, very much showing up here. And you've got this, you know, the third eye, I would say, in a way, and then that, I don't remember what they call the symbol of, you know, but it's yin yang, where, you know, it's very about balance. And you know, there's the light and the dark, and that's the only way that life could really be. You can't have the light without the dark, and all those wonderful things. So you really, and by the way, look at all the snakes. That is such a trip. This is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology, and that's definitely about shedding your skin as snakes do. My son had a ball python for 5 years, for heaven's sakes, and yeah, that's a normal process. And they come out stronger, and they're, you know, but during that time, it's definitely a time of quiet and introspection. And with Mars retrograde like this, it's absolutely perfect. Listen to your higher self, your higher power, the angels. Watch your dreams and record them, or recognize and notate what the messages are coming through, because they're going to be coming through very, very strongly, and your intuition might be just incredibly spot on, which is always exciting and fun. So let me know if that's happening. I absolutely love that for you. Moving forward to the present, we have the Emperor. Wow. Well, that is such strength. That's Mars right there. That's Aries. Now, we've had the eclipses that were just ending, North Node in Aries. So the last Aries eclipse for many years now will be in March. And really, that's the beginning of the astrology new year. So if you're feeling things are a little slow right now, and you're like, I don't really have the momentum I want, or the energy and so forth, retrogrades will do that. And then we've got Venus retrograding and Mercury, your sign again, all before April. So just take it as it comes. You can always do things. It doesn't stop our lives, but you can work around it and, you know, prepare. It's really about preparing, reviewing, and revisiting, and people coming back into your life, and that sort of thing is very prominent as well. But the Emperor, that's strength. That's strength through it all. That is absolute courage and confidence. And, you know, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, a cardinal sign, very much about doing and moving and shaking it up. Okay, so that's your present. That's how you're feeling. That's this new year, and that's how you're going into it. And fantastic for you. You know, what we're feeling has so much to do with what we receive. So I really can't, you know, say that enough. And I don't think a lot of times people realize just how much power they have in that regard, but I want to let you know you absolutely do. And I'm your biggest cheerleader. And I'm not saying things are going to be difficult at times this year, just like all the other years. That's always going to be the case. But I know that as time goes on, for myself and for many people, there becomes a better way to receive things that don't necessarily feel good or that are challenges. It just seems like there's more of an acceptance with this Pisces. You know, they're all giving and basically all knowing, to be completely honest, you know, and there's no boundaries with them. They're just like, it's just accepting and knowing there's so much, and it's unlimited, basically. And, but, you know, you both being mutable signs, there's that kind of beautiful connection as well. So yeah, knowing your strength and feeling good about it, and then moving forward into the future, right? What do we have? Oh my gosh, what a magnificent couple that is. When you see the Emperor and the Empress It definitely indicates an amazing connection. It could be absolutely one of the biggest loves of your life, or you're in that relationship and it just seems to get better and it just seems to be more understanding, and there's a lot better maybe communication. There's definite creativity with the Empress. She is the most loving, you know, incredibly capable energy. And a lot of times they show a woman who's pregnant because there's a birthing of something. Could very well be a child. Maybe you are expecting, and congratulations. It was one of the best things that ever happened in my life with my 2 sons. And I just feel this really, really strong, new creative feeling of something coming through. I mean, it doesn't have to be pregnancy, of course, but that's a metaphor for the fact that you're growing something, right? And it's within you, and you have this incredible capability and talent, and maybe you've put it off, or all the variable reasons. You've got the spiritual connection that you know where you're going and what you want. You've got that co-creativeness happening. You've got the strength, and now you're going to see it and to make it actually become a reality for you this year. And I mean, it may just be something you're not even necessarily aware of right now, but I would say that this is the year. And as a 9 year, which is about completions, you may have decided to stop one particular facet of your life. Once again, as a general, it's general Gemini reading anyway. It could be so many things, but this is fantastic. And this shows that you have so much possibility, so much love and compassion for what you're doing. So fantastic. Now we're going to go with the clarification card as well. So for the Hierophant and everything, we also have the High Priestess. I mean, this, by the way, this is 3 major arcanas right off the bat. Aren't these gorgeous cards, by the way? Can you see them? I hope you can. I'm hoping that you can, and that, you know, I'm putting them up and letting you see, but I just absolutely love it. And look at the purple. Oh, yeah. High Priestess, going within. Definitely listening to your higher power and yourself. We already said that. That's very, very much a part of what's happening. And it's the Pisces influence that'll be there for the next 18 months, because North Node in Pisces, you know, it's going to make us all really realize, wow, this is pretty cool. I'd like to really experience and work with this incredible aspect of myself that I was born with, maybe ignored or didn't pay attention to, or realized that there's something happening. It's actually growing and it's getting stronger, and it's beautiful, and you could do so much with it. You know, it will lead you and never lead you astray when you listen to your higher power, your inner guidance. So that's a fantastic clarification for the spiritual Hierophant message, of course. Couldn't be better, right? And then for the Emperor, you have the 6 of Cups. Oh, well, that's emotion. And I mentioned, you know, there is going to be quite a bit of emotion. I mean, the water signs in general, which are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, they're very sensitive. And they're known for that. And not only sensitive because, you know, they have feelings, which we all do, but they feel things more than the average person, okay, or the other elements. And they have great gifts of intuition and psychic ability that help them navigate. That's how they get around. They can be in a room and they feel the energy way more than a lot of other people do. And that's their guiding light, if you will. You know, I'm sure you've had that experience in yourself. And there's probably most of us have some water in our charts, but if not, we still can have these gifts. You don't have to be a water sign. But the 6 of Cups is about just, well, it's finding the balance, because 6 is about balance. It's also about representing the planet Venus, which we've already brought up is very influential, being in its exalted sign of Pisces starting tomorrow. So that's absolutely beautiful. And it's reminiscing, you know, I mean, yeah, we're in a new year, but we're thinking, wow, it's already, okay, I'm ready. I'm excited. I've written down things. I'm starting my new, you know, new rituals, whatever they may be, taking some away, putting some new ones in and all that stuff. It's common for all of us. But there's people you think about and just feeling blessed and grateful that they have been in your life, and absolutely meeting new people too. There's that. So romance is definitely coming through as well. We'll see what the last card is for your future, but I just felt that very strongly for you, Gemini. And the last but not least is the Nine of Cups, man. What an amazing reading you have for January, for sure. And it can go on past January, no doubt. Nine of Cups is wishes fulfilled. The last one would be the Ten of Cups. And that's everything. It's family and health and well-being and creativity and all the feelings, just feeling like your cup is runneth over. But the 9 is great. It's a 9 year. That's a good indication of, putting your wishes and dreams and definitely following through with them. Absolutely love that for you. I'm thrilled to be the messenger for that. I'll tell you that much, because that's, all cards have good, and all cards are not to say they're right or wrong, but they definitely can show us and teach us and inspire us and kind of just give us that heads up, if you will, A lot of times we already know these things. It's a confirmation. I love that. I never claim to know your future, specifically. I'm just reading the energy. So this is fantastic. Let me close with your last card, which will be your oracle message. This is from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and I'm Colette Baron Reed. And I'm going to just, do a little shuffle, and the main words about them will be what I would like you to take with you. And do come back if you want to see the collective on Mondays. They're more lengthy, and I do cover more divination. Sometimes I bring out the runes, and I have, other, certainly oracle, and of course the Celtic Cross, so it's a lengthier time if you want to kick back or, watch it at the end of the day and say, okay. A lot of things may resonate and some may not at all, but keep this in mind, because this is beautiful, transformational, wonderful, powerful things. Jupiter in your sign. This is very indicative of that, for sure, Gemini. So here's your card in closing. The Spirit Whisperer, divine guidance, higher knowing. Wow. How's that for synchronicity in the reading? I mean, starting with the Hierophant and the High Priestess, and the Empress, and I don't know. It just, thank you, Spirit. It's number 3. 3 is about growth and working with others. So there's a lot of that now that Pluto has entered into Aquarius. It's about groups. It's about the collective in general. We're going to make things better one way or another, and we're going to do it with others, and we're going to do it because we feel compassion to do so. So have a beautiful January. The new moon, I forgot to mention, will be at the end of the month on the 29th in Aquarius. This will be extremely compatible for you as well. Lots of changes between now and then. The best to you, and thank you so much for taking the time and stopping by. Bye for now.